What's going on, guys? Car review guys here. Today we have a special treat. We are doing the Veloster N. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into this video, and like you can see, it's right behind me. Let's roll. Also, huge shout out to Jim Johnson Nissan and Hyundai here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. They're the ones making this happen. Be sure to hit them up, check out their cars, and this is for sale there. Around $29,000 is what this goes for. I'm sure there's some incentives or rebates, but just bank on that, and then if it's anything lower, that's awesome. Let's roll.
Yeah, let's go. I'ma make a couple stacks, do exactly what I want to. Mix a couple tracks, get a lady that I'm drawn to. Turn up to the max, get me faded till I'm gone, dude. I do what I want, couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others saying that I'm blessed. But I keep my head down, cause I crave progress. You ain't never gonna stop me, cause it's my conquest. And I'm never gonna rest, yeah. And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone, yeah. When everybody thinks they know, yeah. And y'all don't even know I own, yeah. And now I'm ready taking over, cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up. I throw up, and if you cross me, it was good to know ya. I'm impatient, I don't ever slow up.
So here we are on the inside of the car. This is just a quick look at what the clusters look like up there, and obviously you can change the middle screen to show, you know, several different items. So over here we do have the drive mode selection button, and then over here you have the greatest button ever, which basically has your rev, which hopefully this will clear up. Alright, and we got it to clear up. So as you can see there, the rev, which is basically what that button activates, which is pretty awesome. But in the interior you have the pretty standard screen for most Hyundais and even Kias. And down below you do have automatic temperature control, along with, you know, media, phone, very standard type stuff. Down here below you do actually have the USB, and you also have the auxiliary. There's actually technically two USBs there, as you can see. And then obviously the cigarette lighter and or cell phone charger, however you want to look at it. And the seat belts are actually really cool in this car. They are a blue. If it'll capture it on camera, they're really good. It has blue stitching with the N in the seat, which is pretty sweet as well. And of course, we do have the manual transmission, which is awesome. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump onto the drive and let's see how it drives. So yeah, like I said, let's drive it. So I didn't film the initial drive from the dealership to here just because I really wanted to get used to the clutch, because from my understanding it does have an electronic clutch, which is definitely a little different. I have never driven a car, I don't think, with an electronic clutch, so it's definitely a weird feeling. Once you get used to it though, which is only like a 5 to 7 minute drive depending on traffic, it's honestly not bad at all. So pretty cool to actually get used to. And the blow-off valves, guys, on this car are so crazy, so crazy. So yeah, please be sure to just subscribe so that way I can keep doing this content for you guys. And you know, even once I hit 1,000 subscribers, then I'll be getting roughly, you know, $70 a month, just being straightforward with you. And once you get that, then I can afford to start traveling. You know, $70 in gas will get you a long ways whenever you're trying to, you know, do some traveling for cars and this, that, and the other. So without further ado, not gonna lie to you this time, let's jump on into the drive. What's going on, guys? All right, so now we are going for the drive, and yeah, let's see how this thing runs. like I said, right off the get-go, like I already told you, the exhaust on this thing, pretty wild. I don't know if it's going to turn out real well on this GoPro or not, but I have the Hero 5 Black is what I'm using for inside the car here. So let's see if it captures it. If not, as soon as you hear this footage, whenever I had the GoPro on the back, you definitely heard it there. Let's roll the windows up here really quick. You can probably hear me a lot better now, which is good. First impressions of this car is, I mean, just the feet and exhaust. I mean, it's like, holy cow. Like, I mean, this thing near sounds almost like a Huracan. And I'm gonna get beat up in the comments on that, right? To no one who's been in this. And hopefully the audio really pulls this through. But I'm telling you, this car is so wild with the exhaust. As far as speed goes, I mean, it's definitely quick, especially with this manual gearbox. I think 0 to 60 is roughly, I don't know, 5.5, right in that range. But I mean, you're not going after the fastest 0 to 60 in this car. I can assure you that if this thing could hook up the way that the manufacturer really wants it to, it would probably be faster than 5.5, but with it being front wheel drive, and just the kind of power this thing has, it honestly almost can't keep the power to the ground. I mean, it just literally tries to spin, even with traction control on. So, you know, however you want to look at it as far as 0 to 60 goes, I don't really care, but I'm going to tell you, the car is fun. It's really, really fun to drive. I have obviously several cars. I have the Corvette, I've got the Camaro, and I have the Kia Stinger. And I am telling you right now, this car is just as much fun, if not more fun. And it's for under $30,000. Hopefully you can hear it. So I mean, it's just such a fun car, guys. I hope that, you know, you guys go to the dealership, check it out. Comfort-wise, it's honestly really comfortable. You know, there are some bolsters on the seats, so if you're a little bit of a bigger person, it might not be as convenient, but it's still gonna fit you, trust me. Height-wise, there's not a ton of headspace, but it's plenty. I mean, you could be, I would say, 6 foot to 6'2", be very comfortable in this car. More than that, you'd probably be pushing it, to be honest. The back seat, kind of pointless, almost like a Camaro or Mustang. There's really not much room at all, unless it's, you know, little kids. But it's kind of pointless. But the car gets a ton of looks too. I mean, you should see how many people look at this car. Now, to be honest with you, with me being a male, people may be looking at me a little funny because this is a very light blue colored car with the matching blue seat belts. So they're probably like, that's really doesn't fit his, you know, whatever, that's them judging, I don't really care. But as far as the actual car though, like I literally just got stopped by someone with a ZL1 and was like, dude, how much horsepower is that thing pushing out? That thing is cool, and this, that, and the other, you know? So car community is cool, this car is cool. Noise wise, the only thing you're going to hear, there's not much road noise, but there's plenty of exhaust noise. So if you don't want to hear your exhaust, you can change it to the different drive modes where it really quiets it down. But to me, that seems very foolish. I'm not going to lie to you, that's pretty foolish. But with that being said, last thing to touch on, I think, is visibility. And it has really, really good visibility. There's really hardly any blind spots, which is awesome. And it's really cool, honestly. So huge shout out to Jim Johnson, Hyundai and Nissan. And just like that, we are back at the dealership, and we are going to end this video. And feel free to come check this out if you're local, and even if you're not local, drive one at your local dealership and you can work a deal on this one and they'll get you a good deal. Mention that I sent you there. And just like that, please subscribe, please like, and you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.